So let's have a history lesson. And I know a lot of people who are on Instagram or YouTube, regular citizens, probably don't give a damn about what's going on in government. But you should. Everything that's going on with Donald Trump right now, if you are a Republican and you think there's nothing wrong with what he's done, and you just do, and this is just a Democratic Party trying to get him impeached. Society has socialized us to always want to be a part of something or belong to something, especially if something seems to be winning. Our government is corrupt. And I think our government is corrupt on both sides, Democratic Party and the Republican Party, because they take money from special interest people and they don't do. Ask yourself, how many presidents have we had that came out and said that they want to do something and they did it, including Obama or whatever and this and that. And we never hold a foot to the fire. But no one has done what this man is doing. So let's just take the Republican name off of it. Let's just say this is a regular person. Or this is a business. Donald Trump did this in the election against Hillary Clinton. He did it in public by saying, Russia, if you hear me, I hope that you can find those emails. That was him getting a foreign country to interfere in our elections. He's doing the exact same thing with Ukraine. He's on the phone asking them to give him information on what Biden did or what Biden's son did, so he can put that all over the news, so you can look at Biden in a bad light, so Biden won't defeat him in the polls, because Biden is right now supposedly be his biggest competition, which I don't think Biden is. I think Warren and Sanders are his biggest adversaries right now. But Trump is tearing apart the United States. We complain about the United States. I complain about a lot of things in the United States, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. But just because something is good doesn't mean it still can't be fixed. And if we think about history and you think about Rome, when Commodus took over Rome, he did exactly what Trump did, what it's doing. He got rid of everybody that would oppose him, and he brought in a bunch of people, his friends and yes men, that was not going to go against him and agree with everything he said, and Rome fell. If you look over the last 3 years that Trump been in the presidency, like, race relations have gotten even worse than what they were before he took office. And he did it purpose. And what we have to realize as people is that Democratic, Republican, whatever, if you care and you call yourself a human being, you should care about everybody. You shouldn't just be holding to a party, whether it's a Democratic Party or a Republican Party. I tell people all the time, if the Democratic Party wins or the Republican Party wins, that means half of the country, or a great portion of the country, isn't getting what they want and what they voted for. So that's not even a democracy, if you think about it, because you're supposed to do what's best for the people. And all this Democratic Party and Republican Party, I think it's time for a change. And people are so afraid, talking about all socialism and the independent party, and because somebody talking about health care for all. If you're a human being and you call yourself a just person, and especially you religious folks, don't you want good for everybody? Because if you don't, and you just holding to a party and saying that, socialism and full health care for everybody, and why should I have to pay for somebody else? All that religious shit goes out of the window, and you're a hypocrite and you're full of shit. That's all that says. It makes no sense whatsoever. And we can't continue to let Trump. I mean, look what they're doing. The people that you all elected are in there doing shit that's against the law. They're hiding things. The Republican Party is. And if it was the Democrat Party, be honest, Republicans or Trump support. If Obama did half of this shit, you all would be burning down your houses and going stone crazy. If Obama did half this shit. Look how they treated Bill Clinton for getting a blowjob. He wasn't like trying to get foreign countries to interfere in our elections, he got a blowjob. And look what they did to him. Well, tried to do with him. They tried to impeach him for getting. Now, he didn't do anything to interfere with this country elections. He didn't do anything to destroy the country. He got a blowjob. When does a blowjob make you unfit? If anything, it makes you more fit because you get all the stress out your body, but make you unfit to do your job. But if you're doing your job and you're going outside and you're breaking laws, that makes you unfit to do your job. And that's what Trump is doing. And listen, Trump supporters, Trump don't give a fuck about this country. Trump is making his family rich. And I think every president, and I think that's why Trump is doing what he's doing. Every president has been there, been in office, probably has done some side deals with other country to get his family rich. Or her family rich. Well, we haven't had any female president. So every Bush with the oil, every president that Obama that comes in office does something to further their riches or make their family more wealthy while they're in office. I honestly believe that. And I think that's what Trump doing, but Trump is going totally overboard. He's totally like undercutting what's best for the people and as the citizens and if we vote. And I know a lot of us don't want to get out in March. We don't want to like walk out from our job. So here's what you do to change this. Don't vote for a Democratic Party. Don't vote for the Republican Party. If we really want change, it's time for us to vote for an independent. Now, Elizabeth Warren is running on the Democratic Party, which is fine, but she has a lot of socialist ideas. And I honestly think that Warren and Bernie should run for president and vice president, whichever way. It could be Bernie president, Elizabeth Warren vice president, Elizabeth Warren president, Bernie president. If we really want equality. And if for anybody in any party, if you really want equality and you call yourself whether a God-fearing person or a human being or somebody righteous, if you choose sides, you are being hypocritical, and everything that you say out your mouth as far as having equality and being a righteous person is a lie. We have to start thinking for ourselves. But the shit that Donald Trump is doing is wrong. Totally. And it's undermining the Constitution, which is we undermine the Constitution on a regular basis, I think, in this country. But what he's doing, and then every time he gets in trouble, and it's against him, the first thing he comes out and said, it's a horrible thing what they're doing to our country and what they're trying to do in our country. I'm the best president ever. Look at our economy. It's the best ever. He says the same thing all the fucking time when he gets in trouble. Trump has piggybacked off of what Obama did, and that's why our country is thriving right now. When Trump leaves office, watch and see all the shit that he did and watch what happens to our country as far as the economy and everything else. And then they're gonna blame the Democrats if they win, or if an independent wins, they're gonna say, oh, this is their fault. Look how things are going. You know why it's gonna go bad? Because the shit that he's doing now. You know how long it took Obama to clean up the shit that Bush had did? You all are being fooled. And then every time Trump says something, it's the same talking points. When he says something about, like when he asked the Ukraine, he's like, a lot of people want you to, what a lot of people? Just like when he speaks about the Mexicans, immigrants, or anything. A lot of people want to know this. A lot of people, who are the lot of people? He does this shit, and his talking points are the same every time, and it's fucking hilarious. I'm just saying, this is the best of it. He said he used words that have like the majority of something or abundance in all time. A lot of people, the greatest, and it's talking points. This fucking reality TV, and y'all fall for that bullshit. A lot of people say it's bullshit. Here's how we stand up. We don't elect a Republican or a Democrat. Let's try something different for once. Rome is burning like a motherfucker.